Yeah, lovely.
I've got Hanky, I've got Tisha. Everyone's looking at me. Look, there's Winnie. Mum's Winnie. That's okay. All right, Mando, you got something in the end? Very nice.
All right.
Bridesmaids and the page before they come down, please. A little closer, of course. The bridesmaids could just come behind. Just bring it back. It's okay.
coincided with never seen before. Pretty true, mate.
Two nuns and father, please. And Ian, please. Can I move now?
Here we go.
Well, we won't go into that.
Coward. Just do it in the back. Yeah, I was using your right, didn't you? Just come round the back. Lights come a bit closer.
Shall I get this side and start blowing, and then the confetti will come to the church?
Okay, now go on.
Hey, you should stop and play for Christmas with the family.
Careful, Karen. Careful.
It's not like anything was... Until we have any contact there, it's all we're following you.
Yeah, we're hoping that you know the way, you see. 3 in the morning, it's in Calcutta. Tell you what.
They're all going left really through there, the other side.
step on the knee.
Ver o an hızlı aldım.
They're gonna do is leave me on.
Look like
I'll tell him you're drunk. That's the issue. Pissed off again. Not talking to each other, are they? There's that lot over there, and that lot over there. Not next to each other. Cut it again. Cut it again, Fred.
Action replay.
Action replay. What a bit.
On the floor. I remember to crawl under the table. Yes.
Preparing this speech has caused, well, much pain, much sorrow, mainly to the wife. Such things as, will I remember the speech? Will it fall on the floor? Is it long enough or is it too short? But after much deliberation, lost sleep, a few pints of liquid refreshment, this is what I came up with. Karen first brought Mike up home. Sorry about that. I thought, what's a nice, pleasant young chap like this doing going out with my nasty, horrible little sister? Of course, that was before I found out he was a Birmingham City supporter. And thus, of course, his sanity is very suspect. Really, talking of my little sister, it doesn't seem that long ago. She used to crawl around on all fours, demolishing my Lego. Still think she should have been in the demolition business, rather than a secretary. But, of course, she's now a secretary. She's now not my little sister anymore, she's now married. She's no longer a Fairfax, she's a Chamberlain. Yes. So, Karen's known Mike, whoa, 5 years nearly now. Met in Sutton. Blind date affair, really. Used to talk. Still think he's blind. Of course, then Mike finished school, got his A-levels, went off to university, and every weekend, without fail, there would Karen be, off up to Nottingham. The only chance he used to get rid of her. Well, as a couple, they've grown together and matured well together. It's just really a question of time before the final day has arrived. And so, as it's now arrived, I'd like to take this opportunity to propose a toast to the bride and groom. You'd all like to stand? Ladies and gentlemen, bride and groom. Oh look, weddings!
Ladies and gentlemen, I would now call upon the groom who will now respond.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd first like to thank Ian for those few kind words. There were very few kind ones in there. I'm very fortunate to have this opportunity to speak to you all on behalf of Karen and myself. And we're very grateful to you all, first and foremost, for attending the wedding and making it such a memorable occasion. Everything has gone right pretty well. A few people commented on the price on the bottom of my shoes still, but how many people actually managed to read it, I'm not quite sure. Just 2 months ago, Karen and I were at the wedding of my very good friends Simon and Mandy. And a memorable occasion it was too. And at the time, our marriage seemed quite a way away, but suddenly it's all come round very quickly. I'm sure that my footballing colleagues on the factory tables and up here will agree with an analogy to the FA Cup final, really, where the hard graft and all the preparation is done in the weeks beforehand. And then when the big occasion finally comes, it's really hard to take it all in. Before you know where you are, it's all over. The first 45 minutes, I think, could be described as a tense opening, followed by a second half of relaxed and exciting play. That was in the car, by the way.
Well, it took a long time coming.
I think by now we're well into extra time, and tiredness is starting to set in. I think my early morning game of football certainly didn't help. My legs are feeling a bit weary. But the triumph is just around the corner. Some a little slow on the uptake there. Yeah, the game may go to penalties yet, but as long as there's no need for a replay next week, I think we'll be alright. I hope that that Karen and myself are one team that will go on to win a number of trophies together in the future. However, no club could do anything without a sound and stable background. And that's where our families fit in, obviously. Without the help of our parents, none of this would be possible. And for that alone, we're very grateful. In addition, there is, of course, the help from sets of parents, both moral and financial, that is needed to organise events such as this. And I think Karen would like to join me in expressing our deep gratitude for that. My parents have had a while to get used to not having me around, about 6 months now. Well, they always seem to be around there at the moment borrowing things. So hopefully with the help of all of your generosity with gifts, my visits will be a bit fewer and far between. But in the meantime, can I borrow the lawnmower, extension leads, bed, suitcases and video recorder? I'll pick them up tomorrow. Before I'm accused of waffling on too much, it's probably too late anyway, I must propose a few short toasts. Firstly to Caroline, for her help today as a bridesmaid and childminder, and for carrying out her duties so cheerfully. So if you'd please be upstanding and joining me a toast to Caroline, who may be the next to tie the knot, who knows? It's Caroline. Oh yeah.
You don't stand up and sit down again.
Dave Clare and Dave Asprey are good friends and ushers. Long friendships are certainly hard to come by, and hopefully these will continue to grow. So if I could ask you to stand just once more. Short a toast to the ushers. The ushers. Last but not least, I'd just like to mention Natasha and Philip, who have acquitted themselves most admirably, and I'm sure you'll agree. I don't know whether it's proper to propose a toast to two as young as these, so I won't embarrass them, but thanks to both of them and the parents for preparing them so well. And I have the opportunity to hand over to my best man, as I'm sure he's itching to get going on his second speech in 2 months. So thank you once more for your generous gifts and your attention. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to accept this award on behalf of and if you vote for me as 1988 President of the Steam Train Enthusiasts, now I'm not going to really be giving a long speech today. I'll try and keep it as short as possible, but anyway, I am here to accept on behalf of the bridesmaids and the best man and the ushers the gracious toast proposed by our fantastic bridegroom today and bride as well, Mr. Paul Gascoigne and his lovely wife, Karen Perfect. May I first start with the fact that I've just risen off a warm seat with a piece of paper on my hand, and this is not the first time I've done this today. Well, why are we here indeed? We gathered to celebrate the joyous occasion of the wedding of David and Susan. It really is a most heart-rending moment for me to stand here and speak on behalf of these two lovely people. And I mean that most sincerely. Now you may be wondering why I have on the table an orange and an empty Coke can, which has rather been flattened by my good friend Mr. Spears, I might add, who has a lot of weight on doing. Why am I holding in my hand a Coke can and an orange? Answers on a postcard. Well, the reason is that they have absolutely no significance with what I'm going to say at all. I have never yet made a speech without having a prop, so that's good. Right. Let's move on to the happy couple, and we've got a lot to say about the happy couple. They really are someone who blessed me over the years that I've known them. Then let's go right back to the origins of this match, if we'd like to call it that. Mike has told me on numerous occasions that they did actually meet through computer dating of some sort. Some might call it a love with modern appliances, but we won't go into that.
Go on.
And we can see how love has blossomed as they keyed each other's names, IBM and ICL, over the computer in binary language, yes, and drew holograms of each other with hearts and roses. For 3 weeks, as I say, they only knew each other as IBM and ICL. I'm sorry about that, I'm advertising, but can you cut that, Brian?
Take a fee.
And this great cup run, as it's been referred to by my honoured bridegroom, it moved from the fields of Erdington and Sutton, and the less said about that, the better, I think. Actually, incidentally, while we're on this point of Erdington, may I say, as somebody who does not come from Birmingham, somebody who comes from completely outside and cannot do a Birmingham accent to save his life, that the word Erdington is impossible for anybody to pronounce without a Birmingham accent. Even if you can't do a Birmingham accent, just try saying Erdington. You are bound to sound Birmingham. Right, so this, as we say, we're back to this cup run that has gone through the fields of Erdington and Sutton, down to the downs of Nottingham, which was rather risky as they did have security patrols around in those. Here they spent the idyllic days in the company of the greatest brains ever. Unfortunately, the greatest brains ever couldn't be here today, so all these silly, stupid mates that he made up, like Mr. David Astley, have been substituted in their place. Right, a sad note though, one of our great friends from the university, Mr. David Tom from Newcastle, is unable to be here today. Now, for any of you who know Mr. David Tom, he's a rather large Geordie person with lots of hair, for those of you who don't know him. And we might say that his absence today has really caused a drastic decrease in profits in the bars of Birmingham. But anyway, moving on, we don't want to dwell on sadness on a happy occasion like this. Let's move on to examine the names of or shall we say the maiden name of Mrs. Karen Chamberlain and her new husband, Mr. Michael Chamberlain. First of all, I looked at these words and I split them up into 2 syllables, into fur and fax. Now what is fur? It's hurry. And what is a fax? It's a thing. So Karen, you are a hurry thing. And then we have Mr. Michael Chamber, and we have on the end Lane. I won't go into that one. We'll carry on. This speech has been a lot. Both of these speeches have been based a lot on football. We know that Karen shows a passion for this game, which will have to be tempered by Michael in the moments of their marriage. But may I just also liken it to the cup run? I was glad to see the crowd control by our 2 ushers today. It really was first class. There were no forged tickets. Nobody was allowed in without a proper ticket, and that was good to see. There was segregation down the aisles, split up. That was really good to see. And really, I can say that this wedding may be the stepping stone back to Europe, so I congratulate you. Right, it remains for me to reveal the honeymoon venue, which Karen doesn't know, and Michael does. Well, I hear Blackpool's very good at this time. I hope you have a really nice time there. And now, as I say, I'd like to propose a vote of thanks to people who Michael has already mentioned, but I think that they're deserving of a toast. They are the people that have really made this possible financially and, as Michael said, in moral support. I'd like you to be upstanding for a toast, please, for Margaret, for Brian and Brenda, the parents of the bride and groom, please. To Margaret, Brian and Brenda.
Margaret, Brian and Brenda.
Thank you. Right. Basically what remains is to read a few of the telegrams that have been received, and there are many which Michael and Cam have taken time and deliberation over opening 3 minutes before this speech, ripping them open outside and saying, that's a good one, and that's a good one. So we've picked out a few of the cards that have been received, some from people who can't be here today, so I'll just read those out. For a special couple, is this for you? to Karen and Mike, here's to you and happiness too. May you both be together forever and ever. Congratulations. Love, Sue and Ian. Nice one there. On your wedding day, congratulations to you both on your wedding day. All the best for a wonderful future together. Look forward to your 50th anniversary. Good luck. Good luck. Rewind, blah, blah, blah. Good luck and duet. Right, this one says, now you're married, you'll find everything is split. Money, problems, housework, her. Except the love that's doubled. To Karen and Mike, best wishes for the future, all the best, Andy and Suzanne. Best wishes for your wedding day. This one's from somebody who can't be here today. To Mike and Karen. So, it says Carol actually, I'm a bit worried about it. So sorry we can't be with you. We have our hands full to say the least. We're sure that you'll have a wonderful day. Do try to take it all in. It only happens once. All our congratulations and happy thoughts are with you today. How about a toast to a wonderful future together and to say that the marvellous cliche, may all your troubles be little ones. Excuse me. With love from us all, Joe, Andy, Matthew and baby James. I know how it feels now. Oh, I think that refers to the little ones, I think. And this one, as you are married, it's a pleasure to wish you happiness today. Mike and Ken have asked that I'd read the verse that it's on it. It says, it's by someone called B.J. Hoff. It says, love works its magic and makes two hearts one. A new life together, a new world begun. Lots of love from Sarah to Mike and Ken. Right, so that's just a few of the telegrams. If I didn't read yours, don't hit me please, I'm sorry. I must apologise. So, as I say, that's the close of my speech. Thank you all for coming, and as again, once again, why don't we just propose a toast to dance to our bride?
Aaron and Mike.
Right.
Drum call, man.
go and see your mum to be.
Very nice. One kind of guinea pig. No. And the rest of the dance bit.
And over here we've got the bowl full of oranges because we haven't got them.
So it comes.
I haven't got my numbers. Got to press it, have I? Oh, it's all right. To going now. Yeah.
Quite sure who was the biggest star, because Hulett was applauded into the arena. Here's Rats. Aleinikov. Aleinikov plays for Dynamo Minsk, and he has played in the back four before. This is Protasov, and Rijkaard staying close to him and indeed getting the throw. 12 minutes gone. And you can see there Rijkaard on Protasov. That's another strict man-to-man marking exercise. And Hulett found a little bit of space, and he also got a free kick. Foul by Mikhailichenko. Ronald Koeman is going to take this. His brother Erwin Koeman is taking up a position just outside the area. Wouters. There's Erwin Koeman. Aleinikov wanting the ball to run, which it did.
Quite a difference in the approach of the Soviet Union to the match against the Italians, where right from the start they were running into space, they were confident, they were on their game from the first minute. Here they're tending to play it tight, probably worried a little bit about Kuznetsov's absence, and searching the Dutch defence with long passes.
Well, those long passes have been so successful in the past for the Soviets. Struck fear into the heart of Italy the other night, and here's Hulett. Oh, he's away! Van Basten's in the middle, being joined now by Erwin Koeman. Looked like a free kick rather than a corner. Vasily Rats